Got to make the world go round. Got to make the world now. We the people, yeah. Got to make the world go round. Got to make the world now. You may have the black blood, or you may have the white blood, but we all are living on.
Who are we? We are the ones who step up for each other. I've got your back, you've got mine. Kindness, humility, empathy. It's not just talk, it's who we are. It's who we always have been. And no one can take that from us. The movement to bring it back, it started here. And here. And here. In school gymnasiums, community centers, the living room down the block. You'll be where? Okay, we'll be there. Who are we? We're the movement that will beat Donald Trump. Welcome. We're going to have to sweat for it. We're going to have to sacrifice and fight. We're going to have to lead. Everyone is going to have to lead with kindness, humility, empathy, and not just talk, but action. Action today, action tomorrow. Action until we win. And we will win if we do this together. It's who we are. It's who we always have been. Now let's show them.
Thank you for joining this Biden for President grassroots mobilization launch. And now, please welcome Biden for President campaign manager, Jen O'Malley Dillon.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Jen O'Malley Dillon, the campaign manager for the Biden campaign, and I am so excited to be part of today's event. We have a tremendous group of people lined up to hear from today in a really important and incredibly valuable program, because at the heart of this program are all of you, our volunteers. And I know without you, without this amazing volunteer community, we'd be nowhere. And we have so much work to do to help elect Vice President Joe Biden, the next president of the United States. And I know we're going to be able to do it together because of all of you. As I think about my career and my job in this campaign, I think about how I'm an organizer first and how I am here today because I have had that experience of organizing across campaigns across this country. And I have seen firsthand the power of organizing and the power of this volunteer community that just continues to grow and strengthen. We are in unprecedented times, and it is no easy feat to be out there living your lives and helping this campaign at the same time. And we are so grateful for all of you. Whether you've been here from the very beginning or you've just come on board as a new supporter, you are welcome here and welcome on Team Joe. And we know that together we are going to be able to get done this job that is just so important for all of us. I am very confident in our path to 270 electoral votes. We are building the campaign that we need to in order to win this election. But it is going to take hard work. It is going to be close. No matter what the polls say today, we know that this is going to be a close election. We cannot take any voter for granted, and we need to go out there, as Vice President Biden says all the time, and earn everyone's vote. It is going to be because of all of your hard work that we're able to do it, that we're able to have the conversations we need to have in order to connect with voters across this country that we maybe can't connect with in the same ways that we traditionally have. It is going to be because of your hard work that we're going to ensure that people are registered to vote, that they're able to vote early and to vote by mail, that they're able to safely vote on Election Day. And it's because of your hard work that we're going to be able to say that Vice President Joe Biden will be our next president. So I cannot thank you enough for all that you're doing. I can't thank you enough for the time that you've built into your own lives to be part of this team. We are in this together. And because we're in this together, we're going to be able to get this job done. But I can't wait for you to hear and learn more about our program and how you guys can help us get done this job ahead of us. So with that, I am so excited to hand this conversation over to our incredible senior advisor. please join me in welcoming certainly the one and only Simone Sanders. Simone, over to you.
Thank you, Jen, for the introduction. Greetings, everyone. I am very excited to get an opportunity to speak with all y'all supporters and volunteers this evening. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. So let me start by saying this. I believe that we're living in unprecedented times. You know, yesterday we hit 5 million coronavirus cases in the United States of America. More than 152,000 people have died due to COVID-19. 20 million people are out of work. This didn't have to happen. It did not have to be this way, and it does not continue to have to be this way. So the outcome of this election is our opportunity to decide who we are, who we want to be, what kind of country we are. As the vice president has been saying, it is not enough to just build back to the way things were before the crises that we're currently facing were. We have to build a more inclusive, more equitable future for us all. That means we have to do the work. So the only way we do the work, the only way we can really make that happen is through the power of grassroots organizing. So tonight you will get to hear about how the campaign is working extremely hard to empower volunteers across the board, because we know that we can't win this thing without y'all. This is an all hands on deck group activity. We can't win the fight without you. So we need you. We have 86 days, folks. Let me say it again. We have 86 days. 86 days to make phone calls, 86 days to sign up to be a digital organizer, 86 days to download the Team Joe app by texting APP to 30330, 86 days to get excited, to get engaged, to get involved, to do the work, 86 days to make your plan to vote early. We got 86 days, y'all. So with that, I'm going to introduce somebody to you all, our National State Organizing Director, who's going to give you some insight into the amazing work that we're doing and talk to you about how you can get engaged and get involved over the next 86 days. So Anatole Jenkins, where are you? Anatole's going to come on next, everybody. Anatole is a member of our team. He has been doing the work. We're so happy to have him. Anatole, take it away.
Thank you so much, Simone, and hello, everyone. My name is Anatole, and I'm the National States Organizing Director. What that means is I work with our organizing directors and our organizing staff in our battleground states to make sure that we're empowering folks just like you all to organize your communities. I wake up every day with a number of things on my mind, but at the top of them and the first questions I ask myself are a couple. One, how are we supporting our organizers on the ground? Two, how are we supporting our volunteers to organize their communities? And three, what additional resources do they need to do all of that most important work, which is organizing their communities to elect Joe Biden? And you know, like Jen said, we are taking no vote and no voter for granted. And to date, we have hired more than 1,300 organizers.
Who are we? We are the ones who step up for each other. I've got your back. You've got mine. Kindness, humility, empathy. It's not just talk. It's who we are. It's who we always have been. And no one can take that from us. The movement to bring it back, it started here. And here. And here. In school gymnasiums, community centers, the living room down the block. You'll be where? Okay, we'll be there. Who are we? We're the movement that will beat Donald Trump. Welcome. We're going to have to sweat for it. We're going to have to sacrifice and fight. We're going to have to lead. Everyone is going to have to lead with kindness, humility, empathy, and not just talk, but action. Action today, action tomorrow. Action until we win. And we will win if we do this together. It's who we are. It's who we always have been. Now let's show them.
Thank you for joining this Biden for President grassroots mobilization launch. And now, please welcome Biden for President campaign manager, Jen O'Malley Dillon.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Jen O'Malley Dillon, the campaign manager for the Biden campaign, and I am so excited to be part of today's event. We have a tremendous group of people lined up to hear from today in a really important and incredibly valuable program, because at the heart of this program are all of you, our volunteers. And I know without you, without this amazing volunteer community, we'd be nowhere. And we have so much work to do to help elect Vice President Joe Biden, the next president of the United States. And I know we're going to be able to do it together because of all of you. As I think about my career and my job in this campaign, I think about how I'm an organizer first and how I am here today because I have had that experience of organizing across campaigns across this country. And I have seen firsthand the power of organizing and the power of this volunteer community that just continues to grow and strengthen. We are in unprecedented times, and it is no easy feat to be out there living your lives and helping this campaign at the same time. And we are so grateful for all of you. Whether you've been here from the very beginning or you've just come on board as a new supporter, you are welcome here and welcome on Team Joe. And we know that together, we are going to be able to get done this job that is just so important for all of us. I am very confident in our path to 270 electoral votes. We are building the campaign that we need to in order to win this election. But it is going to take hard work. It is going to be close. No matter what the polls say today, we know that this is going to be a close election. We cannot take any voter for granted, and we need to go out there, as Vice President Biden says all the time, and earn everyone's vote. It is going to be because of all of your hard work that we're able to do it, that we're able to have the conversations we need to have in order to connect with voters across this country that we maybe can't connect with in the same ways that we traditionally have. It is going to be because of your hard work that we're going to ensure that people are registered to vote, that they're able to vote early and to vote by mail, that they're able to safely vote on Election Day. And it's because of your hard work that we're going to be able to say that Vice President Joe Biden will be our next president. So I cannot thank you enough for all that you're doing. I can't thank you enough for the time that you've built into your own lives to be part of this team. We are in this together. And because we're in this together, we're going to be able to get this job done. But I can't wait for you to hear and learn more about our program and how you guys can help us get done this job ahead of us. So with that, I am so excited to hand this conversation over to our incredible senior advisor. Please join me in welcoming, certainly the one and only, Symone Sanders. Symone, over to you.
Thank you, Jen, for the introduction. Greetings, everyone. I am very excited to get an opportunity to speak with all y'all supporters and volunteers this evening. Thank you for being here. So let me start by saying this. I believe that we're living in unprecedented times. Yesterday we hit 5 million coronavirus cases in the United States of America. More than 152,000 people have died due to COVID-19. 20 million people are out of work. This didn't have to happen. It did not have to be this way, and it does not continue to have to be this way. So the outcome of this election is our opportunity to decide who we are, who we want to be, what kind of country we are. As the vice president has been saying, it is not enough to just build back to the way things were before the crises that we're currently facing were. We have to build a more inclusive, more equitable future for us all. That means we have to do the work. So the only way we do the work, the only way we can really make that happen is through the power of grassroots organizing. So tonight you will get to hear about how the campaign is working extremely hard to empower volunteers across the board, because we know that we can't win this thing without y'all. This is an all hands on deck group activity. We can't win the fight without you. So we need you. We have 86 days, folks. Let me say it again. We have 86 days. 86 days to make phone calls, 86 days to sign up to be a digital organizer, 86 days to download the Team Joe app by texting APP to 30330, 86 days to get excited, to get engaged, to get involved, to do the work, 86 days to make your plan to vote early. We got 86 days, y'all. So with that, I'm going to introduce somebody to you all, our National State Organizing Director, who's going to give you some insight into the amazing work that we're doing and talk to you about how you can get engaged and get involved over the next 86 days. So Anatole Jenkins, where are you? Anatole's going to come on next, everybody. Anatole is a member of our team. He has been doing the work. We're so happy to have him. Anatole, take it away.
Thank you so much, Simone, and hello, everyone. My name is Anatole, and I'm the National States Organizing Director. What that means is I work with our organizing directors and our organizing staff in our battleground states to make sure that we're empowering folks just like you all to organize your communities. I wake up every day with a number of things on my mind, but at the top of them and the first questions I ask myself are a couple. 1, how are we supporting our organizers on the ground? 2, how are we supporting our volunteers to organize their communities? And 3, what additional resources do they need to do all of that most important work, which is organizing their communities to elect Joe Biden? And like Jen said, we are taking no vote and no voter for granted. And to date, we have hired more than 1,300 organizers all across our battleground states. And let me tell you, these are the best organizers in the world. They are organizing their hearts out, talking to voters each and every day, educating them on their safe options to vote this year, and supporting grassroots volunteers just like you to make sure you have all that you need to talk to your friends, to talk to your family and your neighbors about this upcoming election and what's at stake and why we need to elect Joe Biden. And they're also doing some really crucial work as well to make sure that we're electing Democrats up and down the ballot in their states, which is so crucial to our work here and so important to the progress we can make as a country. Just last week alone, we had the biggest weekend of this campaign to date, with tens of thousands of volunteer shifts completed all across the country and hundreds of virtual organizing events across our battleground states. But even still, with all of that success, we have a lot more work to do. And over the next 3 months, we will have some ambitious goals. We have to persuade voters because, like Jen said, no voter taken for granted, which means we will have ambitious goals for the number of calls that we need to make and the number of text messages we need to send to reach those voters. We have to educate folks on the safe way they should vote this year and ensure they have the resources to do that. And that means not just having conversations with them, even though we will have many conversations with them, but it also means having a lot of trainings with them, trainings so that they are prepared and know what to expect once they get their ballot or once they actually go to the polls or whatever means they'll be voting safely in their state. And we need to build a huge organization of volunteers, volunteer leaders, volunteer teams and supporters like you in our battleground states and all across the country so that we're all set for GOTV, so that we're able to remind folks to vote and to do the bit of pushing those voters who need that extra push to show up to the polls. And lastly, we have to have fun. because all of this work that we have to do, this crucial, all important work, it's that much easier and we're that much more successful with it when we're having fun, when we have a smile on our face, when we're doing it and meeting like-minded new friends and doing it with our current friends and family and community members and neighbors. So, we have a lot to accomplish and not a ton of time to actually get it all done. But with this team of organizers and with you all on our team, I have nothing but confidence that we will get the job done and elect Joe Biden. But we need your help to do it. So I'm going to pass it over to one of our amazing organizers in the great state of Florida to talk a little bit about her work and how you guys can get involved. Take it away, Lizzie.
Thank you so much, Anatole. I'm so happy to be here. Hi, everybody. My name is Lizzie. I'm an organizer in Florida, organizing in Region 38 in Miami-Dade. And the reason I love being an organizer so much is I get to communicate and connect with my community every single day, my Latinos. I get to remind them and let them know that their voice and their vote matters. Because this election is so important. And that's why I urge every single one of you to volunteer and get involved. Because this election, we have to win. We have to make this country blue. We have to get Donald Trump out of the White House. And I know this is a weird year to organize. I know it's weird to be volunteering, but we are still doing it and we're doing it safely. We're making connections. We are building relationships. We are contacting voters. And every single call that we make, every single connection that we build makes a difference. And you can get involved with us by making calls. You can make text messages. You can even host your own virtual events. And we're doing all of this safely, and that is what matters. And we are going to make a difference, and we are going to win. So I urge every single one of you, take out your phone right now and text volunteer to 30330 so that you can get in contact with your local campaign. And I can make sure, and we can all make sure, that we win in November. Vamos a ganar y lo vamos a hacer juntos. Muchas gracias. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much, Lizzie. And again, everyone, don't forget to text volunteer, VOLUNTEER, to 30330, and an organizer will be in touch with you. Now I'm going to pass it over to our digital organizing director, Jose Nunez, to talk about some of the ways that you can volunteer with this campaign, regardless of where you live. Go ahead, Jose.
Thanks, Anatole. Hi, everyone. My name is Jose Nunez, and I'm the digital organizing director for the Joe Biden campaign. Thank you to all current Biden and Democrat volunteers on the call today. And for those on the call interested in just learning more about volunteering with us, I'm really glad you're here. We're going to need you to help us win this election. Plain and simple, we cannot win unless we build the largest grassroots movement in general election campaign history. I'm going to say that again. We need to build the largest grassroots movement in general election campaign history. And that means you and everyone you know who's ready to elect Joe Biden and defeat Donald Trump needs to get into the game today. And they need to help us elect Joe Biden. We need you with us. And I want to briefly speak about how we're making it easy for you to volunteer on this campaign. Here's the reality. We're in a COVID-19 pandemic. We have tried to and worked in the last 5 weeks to make sure that we're innovating our program in a very quick timeline, because we only have 3 months to elect Joe Biden. We've done a ton of work to make it super simple for you all to get involved in this campaign that's going to allow us to reach millions of voters in our key battleground states and in your own communities. I'm going to say that again, millions of voters in just 3 months. And you're going to be a part of that movement that helps us beat Donald Trump and elect Joe Biden. So what does that look like? It means that you're sending text messages from the comfort of your own home in a simple way. It means you're having persuasion conversations and persuading communities in these key battleground states it does not matter where you're located. Does not matter if you're in Idaho. Does not matter if you're in New York, Washington State. Does not matter. You can have these persuasion conversations. You can support people in registering to vote. You can help them to vote by mail, all from the comfort of your own home by sending text messages. You're going to be able to make phone calls, millions of phone calls with a network of other volunteers across the country, just from the comfort of your own home. We've built that here. You're going to be able to host events to build communities in virtual spaces. You're going to be able to actually talk to your own friends and family and be able to engage them in a way that is on message with the campaign, share content, be able to be in touch with the campaign at any moment. Does not matter if you're not in a field office right now. You're going to be able to engage with us no matter what in online spaces. Lastly, while we have all probably experienced, and some of the volunteers in this call today, being able to go into a field office and engage with organizers, look at a Joe Biden sign on the actual wall. We're trying to replicate that in online spaces. That's innovative, and we want you to be a part of this. That means that you're going to be able to interact with other volunteers in a Facebook group, in a Slack channel, in your own text threads. It does not matter. The internet is our online office. It is going to enable you to be supported by this campaign to help us win, to help us engage millions of people all across the country. I want you to be a part of this. And one of the first steps that you need to take with us is being able to engage with your own networks. That means you texting your friends and family today about why it's so important for them to join this campaign and help us elect Joe Biden. So first, I do want to kick it over to Lucia, who's going to walk through the Vote Joe app. So first and foremost, I want you to take out your phone before I kick it over to her. And I want you to text Vote Joe to 30330. That's Vote Joe to 30330. All right, Lucia, I'm going to go ahead and kick it over to you.
Thank you, Jose. Hi, friends. Thank you for having me today. I am so excited to tell you about the Vote Joe app that our campaign just launched. This app allows you to receive updates from the campaign and reach out to your family and friends on our behalf. We call this friend-to-friend organizing, and it's very effective because you are the most effective messenger to your community. We're going to win this election because supporters like yourselves are stepping up and taking action this year. So let's talk about why this works. Friend-to-friend organizing is very effective at increasing voter turnout. Studies show that it's actually 20 times more effective than cold calls or texts because the message comes from a trusted source, which is you. Additionally, we can reach more voters with friend-to-friend organizing because people are more likely to pick up calls and texts from you than they are from somebody that they don't know. Additionally, you may have contact information for somebody who the campaign doesn't have a way of reaching unless you reach out to them. So the time you spend doing friend-to-friend organizing is time very well spent. Now, even if you don't think of yourself as a very social or politically active person, you have a very large network of people who you know from various points in your life. Former classmates, colleagues, friends, family. You may know people from Democratic clubs, other social clubs, activist groups. All these people really help us expand our contact list. I have personally found that reaching out to people from this app was a really nice way to reconnect with people who I haven't talked to in a while, and folks were really happy to hear from me and to talk about the important election this year. So downloading the Vote Joe app is free and it's very easy. You just text app to 3330 and you'll get a download link, or you can search the app Vote Joe in the Apple app or Google Play Store. The app has several helpful features. You can send text to your contacts with just a few clicks. You can find resources on voter registration, and you can share content from the campaign to your social media. The first thing to do when you download the app is to sync your contacts. You start by navigating on the bottom menu to the Contacts tab and click the button Sync My Contacts. You should read the data security policy and select Continue, and then when prompted by your phone, select OK to let the app access your contacts. Quick note about privacy. When you sync your contacts, it allows the app to match contacts with people in the public voter file, which allows you to easily send texts and see their publicly available voter turnout history. It does not, however, give the campaign or the app access to the phone numbers of your contacts. The only data the campaign and the app does get is the data that you manually enter in a report, such as if somebody is a Joe Biden supporter and if they want to volunteer. And if you want to, later you can remove all your contacts from the app and they'll get removed from the app server as well. The only contact information the app gets is information that you choose to send us using the Add New Contact feature. So if you do want to send us a phone number, this app allows you to manually do that as well. We're just going to walk through one of the cool features of this app, texting a friend. On the homepage, you'll see a whole list of actions to take to support the campaign. Scroll to a texting assignment and click Start. You can select multiple contacts to text and then click Get Started. You will then see a suggested message to send. On this screen, you can edit the text into something that fits your voice and press send when you're ready. The message will be copied into your texting app, already addressed to your friend, and the text will come from your phone number, and it'll appear as a normal text. You can also edit the text, if you'd like to, here, before pressing send. And once you're ready, hit send and wait for your friends to respond. Once you've hit send for all the friends you've selected, you'll be prompted to fill reports on your conversations. Reporting back to the campaign is very easy. You just navigate to the inbox on the bottom menu and select the person who responded to you. You'll see a copy of the message you sent them, and you should select Fill Report. Here, you can enter responses and tags for your contact, such as if they support Joe Biden. It's really important that you do this reporting piece after you have a conversation. If you identify a supporter, we really want to know so that we can make sure that person has everything that they need to go vote. We have already gotten back some great responses from this app, so we're excited to see all the reports from all the supporters that you find as well. Just a reminder, this app has several other awesome features in addition to the texting I showed you. We also have voter registration, voter lookup, and content sharing. You can see all the other volunteer opportunities on the home page of the app, so it's really easy to get started organizing using this tool today. Don't forget to download the app right now if you haven't already. The more active users we have on this app, the more voters we can get out to vote. You can simply search the app Vote Joe in the App Store or text app to 3330 and you will get a link to download it. That's all from me, folks. Thank you so much for having me. I'm looking forward to winning this thing, and back to you, Jose.
Thank you, Lucia. Reminder to all of our viewers today, please text Vote Joe to 30330. That is Vote Joe to 30330. I'm going to go ahead and kick it over to Adisu, who is heading up the operations on behalf of the campaign for the Democratic Convention, a big moment for us. The convention is only a little over a week away, and Adisu is going to let you know how you can get involved. All yours, Adisu.
Thank you, Jose. It is good to be with you all today. My name is Adisu Demisi. I'm the senior advisor to the campaign, working on the Democratic National Convention, which is now somehow only 8 days away. I got my start, though, as an organizer, working in Iowa in the caucuses about now 16, 17 years ago. Hate to say it. So I know what all of you guys are doing out there, and I just want to say thank you for those of you who are virtually pounding the pavement, as it were, virtually knocking doors, making phone calls, texting, talking to your friends and family and your neighbors. It is the important work. It is the necessary work of winning this election. And so I want to start by saying thank you, thank you, thank you. Keep it up for 12 more weeks. We need you out there. And at the end of this, I'm going to have a very specific ask for you around the convention. The convention is an unconventional convention, to say the least. Obviously, we all wish we could be convening in Milwaukee here next week, but we're doing the right thing, the responsible thing. As Joe Biden says, we follow science, we follow our public health officials, and we are having what we're calling a convention across America from Monday to Thursday, the 17th to the 20th of August. And the purpose of it is pretty simple. It is to demonstrate to the world why Joe Biden is the right person to bring us through this difficult moment and into a better tomorrow, into a better future as President of the United States. And so I'm going to give you a little bit of detail about the convention and then ask you at the end for something very specific. The theme of the convention this year is Uniting America. And essentially we have four themes of the night over the course of the 4 nights. So the theme on Monday is We the People. It's about rising up to, as a country, united as a party to take on the toughest challenges facing our country. And obviously we have a lot of them facing us right now, not the least of which is in the White House, but from COVID-19 to the economic crisis that Donald Trump has made worse. We're going to talk about those issues and talk about why Joe Biden can bring us together to fight through those. Day 2 on Tuesday is about leadership. Leadership matters is the theme of the day, and really that's about showing the steady, strong, smart, responsible leadership of Donald Trump of Joe Biden versus the chaotic, terrible leadership coming out of the White House and Donald Trump, and contrasting those two together and showing that Joe Biden hasn't throughout his career and won't as president shy away from the tough challenges facing our country. The theme of day 3 is a more perfect union. Talking about how we're not going to go back. We need to move forward with the energy of young people in our party and obviously our vice presidential nominee, whoever she may be, leading the way to a better future out of Trump's chaos and crises and into Joe Biden's leadership. We're going to build back better. And finally, America's Promise is the theme of our Thursday programming. And that day is obviously all about Joe Biden. The vice president will be accepting the nomination, unfortunately, from Delaware and not from Milwaukee, but we are really excited that he's going to take the stage and give that acceptance speech and accept the nomination for president. And we're going to talk about him, the man, where he comes from, what motivates him, his faith, his family, his commitment to this country, and his commitment to America's Promise and making it real for everybody. So that's what the 4 nights are going to look like: 9 to 11 o'clock Eastern, 6 to 8 Pacific. For those of you out here on the West Coast, we're really excited about all the speakers, all the videos, all the pre-produced and live content that we're going to be putting out there over those 8 hours and over those 4 nights, and a lot more, honestly. We've got during the day our traditional programming that would be in person in Milwaukee. We found a way to take it virtual. You can go to demconvention.com and check out our interactive calendar to see more about that. Now I'm going to come to my ask, because I am an organizer and we do make hard asks. So very simply, here's the ask for you. Host a watch party. Host a watch party. 9 to 11 Eastern, as I said, every night, Monday the 17th through Thursday the 20th. If you want to sign up to host a watch party, we will get you a unique link for you. You can invite your friends, your family, your neighbors. If you do it in person, please, at a social distance, wearing a mask. But whether you do it in person or preferably virtually, we'll send you that link. You can send it out any of the 4 nights, obviously Thursday being the night that the vice president accepts the nomination, being most important. But please do it. Sign up, text WATCH, W-A-T-C-H, to 30330. It'll get you started, put you right into the system, and raise your hand and say, yes, I'm in. I'm going to host a watch party during the convention and invite my friends to do the same and take part from your couch, from your office where I am right now, or from wherever you are in this unconventional convention across America. We need you to be a part of it. So thank you all for listening. I really look forward to virtually seeing you next week at the convention. And I want to kick it over now to somebody who really needs no introduction, but a great leader of our party, a great supporter of the vice president, and someone who knows a little something about organizing himself, Beto O'Rourke. Beto?
Adisu, I want to thank you and our fearless leader, Jen O'Malley Dillon, and the entire campaign team, all the volunteers and supporters, everyone on this call, all those taking some time to get behind the next president of the United States, Joe Biden, and to make sure that he is as successful as possible in every single state in which we are competing, including mine, Texas. With our 38 electoral college votes, I am confident that we can make sure that the result of this election is unambiguous. We can close the chapter on Donald Trump and Trumpism in America and begin a new one, a positive one, a necessary one for every single one of us under the leadership of Joe Biden, somebody who's going to bring every single one of us in to the success of his administration. One of the first things that you can do is to commit to hosting a virtual convention watch party. There's a button just below this video. Click that. Sign up, make sure that you're bringing together your friends, your family members, your neighbors, your classmates, your colleagues, everyone in your life in common cause to make sure that at this critical moment, the most defining and decisive in the history of this country, that all of us are doing all that we can. I don't have to tell you, the stakes could not be higher. We have the most divisive, destructive, hateful, racist president that this country has ever known, who's literally tearing the United States apart. We need to elect in his place someone who can bring us back together, someone who governs with empathy and compassion and kindness and wants to know every single one of our stories so that he can bring those stories into our common story of America. We have potentially a president who will take on the scope and scale of challenges we have not yet seen, perhaps since the days of the Abraham Lincoln administration or the Franklin Delano Roosevelt administration. And in order for him to defeat Trump, which is job one, and then job two, make sure that he has the most ambitious, aspirational, progressive administration that this country has ever known, he's going to need every single one of us, that grassroots energy that not only will drive this campaign, but will drive his administration, hold us together accountable for pursuing excellence for this country. That's what we're doing here in Texas, where we are literally reaching out to every single registered voter, be they Democrat, Independent, Republican, or otherwise, to make sure that no one is left behind, no one is counted out, and importantly, that no one is taken for granted. That's the spirit of Joe Biden. That's the spirit of what we're doing here in Texas. And that's the spirit of all of these grassroots supporters who are on this call tonight. So, to the campaign team and to all of us who comprise the campaign, thank you for putting everything that you've got into this effort. This is going to be the toughest 3 months that you've ever known in your life. But on election night, we will look back on this moment and every other moment where we devote ourselves to this campaign and be grateful that we did all that we could when it counted for as much as was possible for this great country of ours. Thank you all, and I'll turn it back to you. Bye.
Thank you so much, Beto. It's so wonderful to be on a conversation with you and talk about the power of grassroots organizing, something that you know better than anyone. And thank you, too, to all of our special guests who have joined us today. But most importantly, thank you to all of you volunteers that are home that are powering this campaign. You are the heart and soul of this campaign, and we are here to support you. You are the ones that are going to help ensure that we send Vice President Biden to the White House. As I say at the end of every staff meeting we have on the campaign, we can do this because we can do hard things. We can do hard things, all of us together, and we're going to go do this hard thing and win this thing. Thank you so much. We'll see you out there.
People, hey now, got to make